Google Scholar, searching by topic and author. This video covers how to search by topic and author in Google Scholar and limitations of using Google Scholar for these searches. To access Google Scholar from the Chemistry 124 course guide, click on Finding Journal Articles, scroll past the links for SciFinder and Web of Science, and click on Google Scholar. Google Scholar in Google can be great for known item searches when you know an article exists, have the title, and just want to get a copy. But for topic searches, where you're trying to find out what has been published on a given topic, and author searches, where you want to find out what a given person has published, Google Scholar has some significant limitations. We'll do a topic search for Zintal phases. The initial results don't give a precise number, but indicate about 18,800 results were found. These results include patents and citations. When we uncheck the patents and citation boxes and enter a custom range time limit of 2010 and beyond, our results are limited to about 9,640 results. Again, we don't get a precise number. One problem is, unlike article databases such as Web of Science and SciFinder, you can't be sure what Google has indexed. In addition, there's no way to reliably limit your Google Scholar search to certain document types such as review articles. The total hits given by Google and Google Scholar can include duplicates and some other odd things. So, if you just need a specific article or a few articles on this topic, these searches might be fine. But if you're considering doing research in this area and need to find out what has been published on this topic and who is working in this area, article databases like Web of Science and SciFinder provide much better info. You can see that Google Scholar results include the number of times an article was cited. Recall that SciFinder and Web of Science will give different numbers of results for the same paper because they index different journals and because they provide citation searching coverage for different years. The appropriate way to deal with this is to say on this date, Web of Science lists X citations for this article and SciFinder lists Y citations for this article. These are correct and useful statements. With Google Scholar, the problem is compounded. We get a number of citations listed, but we don't know what this number is based on. And we do know that duplication is an issue with Google Scholar literature searches. Note that as with Web of Science and SciFinder, the cited by number in Google Scholar is a link to these articles. An author search for Susan Kazarich in Google Scholar produces about 1,710 results when the citations and patents boxes are unchecked. Again, there is no way to limit by type of document. Remember this 1,710 number. We'll compare it to something else in a minute. Recall also that this number is considerably higher than the ones we obtained in Web of Science and SciFinder for the same author. One highly useful product from Google Scholar is Google Scholar User Profiles. Click on this link to see Susan Kazarich's Google Scholar profile. Google Scholar profiles are created by the authors themselves with tools that Google makes available. They provide interesting metrics and should be a fairly solid list of the author's publications, although they may not contain every publication. To determine how many articles are listed here, you need to scroll down to the bottom and keep clicking on Show More until you get to the end. This reveals 621 publications for Susan Kazarich. Recall that the Google Scholar author search reported about 1,710. I don't have a way to explain this discrepancy. So, Google and Google Scholar provide some tremendous tools and you should use them. They are particularly good for known item searches where you know an article exists and just want a copy of it. But it is important to understand the limitations of Google and Google Scholar and to know how to use other tools available to you such as Web of Science and SciFinder. See the Chemistry 124 course guide and the Chemistry subject guide for additional chemistry resources.